Hello students, so let's start today's practice questions. So the first question is, choose a correct answer. Jet stream flow from west to east at an altitude of 20,000 to 50,000 feet. Option B, jet streams are mainly caused due to Earth's rotation. Option C, jet streams are the strongest in northern and southern hemisphere winters. Option D, all the above. So now here, what is jet streams? These jet streams are the strongest winds. They are relatively the narrow bands of strong winds in the upper levels of atmosphere. So look at this picture over here. So all these are jet streams. So jet streams are caused due to Earth's rotation, and they are the strongest in the northern winters and also southern winters. They flow from west to east, and these jet streams develop where air masses are different temperatures meet and surface temperatures determine where the jet stream can be formed. Okay, when there is a difference in temperature, then there a jet stream occurs. We can easily identify it. And if the difference in temperature is more, that means the wind velocity will inside automatically will increase. Okay, so it plays a significant role in the onset and withdrawal of monsoon winds. So this is about jet streams. Second question, which of the following statements are correct regarding blockchain technology? So first statement is, it is a technology that leads to a chain of blocks containing digital information stored in public database. Option number 2, blockchain technology can be used for voting a candidate, healthcare, property exchange, etc. Statement number 3, the CBDCs, that is the central bank digital currency in India, uses blockchain technology. So now what is this blockchain technology? So blockchain technology is the small packets of data which is called blocks, okay, can be stored step by step. Okay, so as it is stored like that, it is called the chain of data is stored in blocks. Okay, so that is why it is called blockchain technology, and it can also be used for public domain. So for registration process, for elections, for property exchange, for healthcare sectors also blockchain technology can be used. And the other is the central bank digital currency in India, which was recently launched for testing purpose, also uses blockchain technology. Now what is this CBDCs? CBDCs are the digital currencies. So India want to launch CBDCs in India. CBDCs. So this CBDC's concept in India also uses blockchain technology. So all these statements are correct. Okay, so option D, all the above is correct answer. Coming to the third question, choose a correct statement answer regarding rocks. So granite and basalt are the examples of primary rocks. Option B is secondary rocks are formed through small fragments. Option C is the rocks formed by recrystallization are called tertiary rocks. Option D, all the above. So now coming to the concept, the rocks are generally three types. One is primary. Primary rocks are also called igneous rocks. So these igneous rocks are formed by solidification of magma and lava. So granite and basalt are the examples of primary rocks, and these primary rocks are also called as igneous rocks. So first statement is correct. Now coming to the second statement, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are also known as the secondary rocks. Okay, so it is formed by small fragments. For example, sandstone, limestone are the examples of these sedimentary rocks or secondary rocks. Okay, option B is also correct. Why? Because these are formed through the small fragments. And now coming to the option C, the rocks formed by recrystallization. Okay, the tertiary rocks are also called metamorphic rocks. So these rocks are formed by recrystallization of rocks. Okay, so when limestone under great heat and pressure can be converted into a marble. So that is called a metamorphic rock. So all these statements are correct. Option D is the correct answer. Now coming to the fourth question, which of the statements are not correct regarding carbon cycle? So option A, it involves exchange of carbon between atmosphere and organisms. Option B, it can be stored in ocean depths as a deposit of calcium carbonate. Option C, photosynthesis is not an example of carbon cycle. Option D, carbon cycle can be classified into short-term cycle and long-term cycle. So read the here, which of the statements are not correct regarding carbon cycle? So here we can easily identify option C, because photosynthesis is nothing but taking in carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. So definitely it will be an example of carbon cycle. Okay. So generally, what is this carbon cycle? So carbon cycle involves the exchange of carbon between the atmosphere and organisms. So carbon cycle can be classified into short term cycle. Short term cycle is nothing but photosynthesis, decomposition of matter are the examples of short term cycle. It takes a small span of time. Whereas coming to the long term cycle, so here in long term carbon cycle, what it will happen is the carbon, the decayed matter the matter which absorbs carbon will be under great pressure even before its decomposition. Okay, so that particles form fossils after few hundreds of years, few thousands of years. So it may take so many decades, so many thousands of years. So those carbon materials are called fossil fuels. So when burnt, that produces carbon dioxide. Okay, when coal is burnt, then that produces carbon dioxide. So those are examples of long term cycle. Why long term cycle? Because it will take a very long time to get into atmosphere back again. Okay, so carbon cycle is of two types. One is short term cycle and the other is long term cycle. And this photosynthesis, decomposition of matter are examples of short term cycle. Fossil fuels are examples of long term cycles. And yes, this also is correct. The carbon stored in ocean depths are deposits of calcium carbonates. Okay, if it is stored in excess, then that will lead to ocean acidification. Remember. Okay, so all these statements are correct. Sorry, option C is wrong, because photosynthesis is an example of carbon cycle. Okay, option C is the correct answer here. Now coming to the fifth question, consider the following statements. In the Ikta system, the lands of Delhi Sultanate were divided into several large and small tracts of Iktas. Statement number 2, Amaranayaka system of Vijayanagara Empire was derived from Ikta system. So here, what is this Ikta system? Ikta system was actually introduced during the region of Iltutmish. Okay, so during the region of Delhi Sultanates. So this in the Ikta system, the lands of Delhi Sultanate are divided into several large and small lands, and those lands, large or small lands, are called Iktas. Okay, so these Iktas were assigned to Delhi, Sultanate soldiers, officers, and other nobles. In the beginning, this Ikta system was based upon salary, but later on, under this Firoz Shah Tughlaq, it became a hereditary. Okay, so remember here, Ikta system are of two types. One is large Ikta and the other is small Iktas. So these large Iktas are distributed among the nobles, and small Iktas are distributed among the soldiers. Okay. This Amaranayaka system is also based upon this Ikta system only. Okay, so both these statements are correct. So option C is a correct answer. Now coming to the sixth question, which article deals with money bill? So Article 175, Article 101, Article 110, Article 111. So here money bill is Article 110. Option C is the correct answer. And speaker decides whether the bill is a money bill or not, and they can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. And the president can either accept or reject the money bill, but he cannot return it for reconsideration. And the other point is, this money bill cannot be amended or rejected by Rajya Sabha. So these are the important topics, concepts of money bill. Now coming to the seventh question, which of the following are correct statements? So option A, Theosophical movement in India supported all Hindu ideas regarding child marriages, caste discrimination and supported sati. Option B, Theosophical movement became popular after Gandhi Irwin pact. Option C, Theosophical movement was founded in the year 1975 in Mumbai. Option D, Theosophical movement of India opposed child marriages, advocated the abolition of caste discrimination, uplift of outcaste, improvement in the condition of women. So here the correct statement is option D. So coming to more detailed about this Theosophical Society. So this actually was founded by Madam H.V. Blavatsky and Colonel M.S. Alcott. So they founded this Theosophical Society in New York in the year 1875. Okay. And its main aim was to work on the universal brotherhood. And do you know they were inspired from Indian thought and culture. So inspired by Indian thought and culture only, they found this Theosophical Society in New York in the year 1875. Okay, and the founders are Madam H.P. Blavatsky and Colonel M.S. Alcott. And the Theosophical movement became popular in India after Annie Besant became president. Okay, when Annie Besant became president of the Theosophical Society in 1907, it became more popular. So it opposed child marriage, advocated abolition of caste system, upliftment of caste and outcast, and improvement in the condition of women. All these are some of the basic concepts of this Theosophical Society, and it was founded in the year 1875. Okay. Now coming to the eighth question, consider the following correct statements. So Dholavira situated on the banks of river Luni. Option B, Mohenjodaro and Harappa are along river Indus. Option C, Lothal is situated on Boghava River. Option D, all the above. So all these statements are correct. And here Lothal is situated on Boghava River. Boghava River is one of the tributary of Sabarmati. Okay. Now coming to the ninth question, consider the following statements regarding Gandhi Irwin pact. So first statement is, it marked the end of civil disobedience movement. Second statement is, during Gandhi Irwin pact, the INC president was Sachchidananda Sinha. So here only one is correct, second one is wrong. Now we'll start about this Gandhi Irwin pact. So Gandhi Irwin pact was signed in 1931. So it marked the end of civil disobedience movement. This is correct. But during this Gandhi Irwin pact, the president was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, the INC president during Gandhi Irwin pact was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, not Sachchidananda Sinha. Okay, so only first statement is correct. So option A is a correct answer. We'll get into more details of this Gandhi Irwin pact. So on Gandhi Irwin pact, Irwin agreed to immediately release prisoners who are not convicted to violence, and he agreed to withdraw the emergency ordinances which were on act that time, and he also agreed for the right to peaceful and non-aggressive picketing. So they can peacefully tell other Indian citizens not to buy foreign goods, not to buy foreign liquors and all those things. Okay. And next, he also agreed for the right to make salt for personal consumption. So for personal consumption we can make salt, so that was a right given by this Irwin. And the other is we have no right to sell salt. Okay. And the term Gandhi agreed on 2 points. So two important points in which Gandhi agreed was, Gandhi agreed to suspend the civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement is nothing but satyagraha. And he also said he will participate in the round table conference. So these are the important agreements which were done between Gandhi and Irwin. So it occurred in the year 1931. And coming to the 10th question, consider the following statements regarding Homi J Bhabha. So option 1, he is known as the chief architect of India's space technology. Statement number 2, he formulated a strategy and focused on extracting power from uranium reserves. Statement number 3, he derived a correct expression for the probability of scattering positrons by electrons. Fourth statement is he is also known as the father of Indian nuclear program. So here first and second statements are wrong. Only third and fourth statements are correct. So Homi J Bhabha, he is the greatest scientist, and he is also the chief architect of India's nuclear program. Okay, not space technology. He is the chief architect of India's nuclear program. And the other thing is, important thing is, he formulated a strategy and focused on extracting power from India's vast thorium reserves rather than uranium reserves. At present, India is focusing on nuclear power, and India wants uranium reserves. But Homi J Bhabha strongly said that India can generate power using the thorium resources. Thorium is found abundantly in India. Okay, so he formulated that important point. And next is, yes, he derived the correct expression for probability of scattering positrons by electrons. Okay, and he is the father of nuclear program. So all these only 3 and 4 are correct. Why? Because he is the chief architect of nuclear program, and he said he'll extract power from thorium reserves, not uranium reserves. Okay, so for that reason 1 and 2 statements are wrong. So only 3 and 4 statements are correct. So option C is a correct answer.